I'm Jason Epperson. This is RV Miles, and it's time for this week's RV and Camping News Roundup. Real quick before we jump in, this episode is sponsored, as always, by the Togo RV app. The free Togo RV app offers maintenance reminders, recall alerts, checklists, and more for your specific RV. And if you upgrade to a Road Pass Pro membership, you get RV-friendly GPS routing, access to thousands of verified overnight parking location listings, discounts on lots of great products like tires and lithium batteries, plus premium access to the other apps under the Road Pass umbrella. Download the Togo RV app for free today and get $10 off your Road Pass Pro membership with the code RVMiles10X. We begin this week at Yosemite National Park, where the human-caused Washburn fire has been burning for over a week now, threatening the Mariposa Grove of giant sequoias. Over the last 5 years, 20% of the giant sequoias left on Earth have been lost to wildfire. Thankfully, firefighters have been able to keep most of these massive trees safe. 4,822 acres have been scorched, and containment has reached only 37%. To aid firefighters and protect public safety during the Washburn fire, the Sierra National Forest has issued a closure order effective through August 1st. To date, no structures have been destroyed or damaged, and there have been no serious injuries related to the fire. Currently, there are 1,623 personnel battling the blaze. If you're traveling to Yosemite, you can still have a great experience, though. A few fire precautions are in place. Smoking is now restricted mostly to just enclosed personal vehicles, and fire restrictions are in effect below 8,000 feet. Wood and charcoal fires are still allowed in open front country campgrounds and in open picnic areas that have fire grates. A quick update on the RV market. RV sales continue to retract to pre-2021 levels. 47,000 units were registered in May. That's down 31.5% over last May, according to Statistical Surveys, Inc., an independent firm that tracks retail sales and customer data for the RV industry. Year to date, there have been 202,000 retail registrations compared to 264,000 for the same period in 2021, a 23.4% overall decrease. One bright spot that continues to rise, Class B camper vans. Sales were up 10% in May. By now, it's clear that there has been a decline in overall RV manufacturing quality in the past few years, as confirmed by many dealers. So perhaps it won't surprise you to hear that overall initial quality for passenger vehicles was also dealt a blow during the pandemic. According to J.D. Power, the disruptions caused by the pandemic, supply chain issues, record high vehicle prices, and labor shortages contributed to vehicle problems reaching a record high in the 36-year history of their benchmark study. Compared with last year's results, the automotive industry experienced an 11% increase in problems with new vehicles, resulting in an industry average of 180 problems per 100 vehicles. Battery electric vehicles and plug-in hybrid vehicles ranked more problematic than internal combustion vehicles, which may be a surprise since EVs have very few moving parts to maintain. Owners of electric vehicles and hybrids cited 240 problems per 100 vehicles. Among truck brands, J.D. Power ranked the Chevy Silverado on top for both the light and heavy-duty pickup segments. Rescuers in Tennessee reportedly saved more than a dozen people trapped in rising floodwaters at the Greenbrier campground outside of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park in Gatlinburg, Tennessee last Tuesday night from flash flooding. 14 people were first trapped in the park, which is a really nice place that we visited last year. The waters had started receding by early Wednesday, but they had gotten as high as a picnic table at one point, sweeping away vehicles and tents. According to an article in Woodall's Campground magazine, lawyers are now recommending campgrounds train their employees for active shooter events. The law firm that represents New York State's Campground Association warns that private park operators could face legal liability during such an incident if they don't. Parks are encouraged to develop policies on how staff should prepare and respond to active shooter events and hold regular active shooter training sessions while developing an active shooter emergency plan. Active shooter events are unfortunately a too often occurrence in our society, so a plan to deal with them when you have sometimes thousands of people on your property seems like a smart thing to do. Monthly subscriptions to all sorts of services are becoming a burdening phenomenon, everything from music to movies and even food and clothing. And car manufacturers have been getting into the subscription game for many years now. Pay extra for OnStar or for your GPS routing or for internet access in your vehicle. Lately, we've begun to see subscription charges for things like hands-free driving. Perhaps that makes sense. Companies have to grow and manage that data. But how would you feel if you started to get charged a monthly fee for heated seats? Believe it or not, BMW is doing exactly that, according to topgear.com. BMW is basically building every car with all the tech feature extras. And if you didn't pay for the add-on when the car was bought, you can go unlock them. Now, it's only happening in the UK at this moment, but heated seats are £15 a month. A heated steering wheel is another £10 a month. Automatic high beams will cost you another $10. And active cruise control is £35 per month. You can also pay a flat fee for a permanent unlock, like adaptive suspension, for about £400. Now, on one hand, this could actually be a really cool thing if you aren't certain if you'll use an option. Just try it out, and if you don't use it often or like it, you're not out that expensive initial cost. And when you go to sell the car, maybe it's a bit more interesting to a buyer because they can customize the options they want. On the other hand, this is absolutely absurd. If they can build cars, trucks, and RVs with all these expensive options built in without knowing if someone will pay for them, we're clearly dramatically overpaying for vehicle options. However you feel about it, you can expect more of this type of subscription model in future vehicles to come. Fuel prices continue to slip on lower demand and higher production. Gasoline prices have dropped every day for the past month, bringing the national average to $4.54 a gallon of regular unleaded. That's down around 50 cents off the high. Diesel owners haven't been as lucky though, but there are some signs of relief there as well. Diesel has dropped 10 cents in the last week, bringing it to about 25 cents below the high set on June 19th. Now a gallon of diesel is sitting at about $5.55 on average across the country, still jaw-dropping. There's a new RV manufacturer on the block, but this one's completely different than the rest. Lightship will make trailers with electric-powered axles. We've talked about this sort of concept a few times in the past, with both Airstream and Lippert Components announcing powered trailer chassis in the past year. The new company, though, is founded by some former Tesla staffers who originally intended to make electric food trucks. But according to an article in TechCrunch, in early stages of planning, founders had so many questions about RVs that they quickly pivoted. The company has raised $27 million in investment funds, and a prototype is on its way of a trailer specifically designed for being towed behind an electric truck or SUV with a powered axle that will help extend the range. Finally, No Boundaries, the popular Forest River adventure trailer brand, has announced an optional independent suspension system as part of its new Beast Mode package. No Boundaries is one of the first RV lines to offer this new suspension product manufactured by Curt that allows for complete independent movement of single or tandem axle wheels. We've seen this kind of product before in more boutique brands, but to my knowledge, this is the first available from a major manufacturer. The system includes nitrogen-filled shocks and coil springs that will allow for excellent off-road handling and stability, along with excellent ground clearance. No Boundaries product manager says that over the last 5 years, the adventure trailer segment of the RV industry has exploded. There have been some really innovative steps forward with storage solutions, energy systems, and added comfort from a number of OEMs, but the performance of the running gear has not been a focus for many. They've also added standard tire pressure monitoring and all-terrain tires. The Beast Mode package will be offered on 2023 No Boundaries travel trailers that should be coming out this fall. That's it for this week's RV and Camping News Roundup. Please leave a comment about any of this week's news stories. Please make sure to like the video if you got something out of it. It really helps the algorithm show it to more people. Subscribe if you want more videos like this. And if you're interested in podcasts, check out Abby and myself as we talk about our travels over on the RV Miles podcast, both on YouTube and on any podcast app. That's it for this week's Camping News. We'll see you next time.